Welcome back to PGI, where I am joined with a good friend of mine, Mr. Ernest McCray Sr. He is the cornerback for the Indianapolis Ramblers, who just came off an exciting win over the Sioux Falls Sparrows.
Mm,
Man, how are you?
I'm pretty good, man. Unbelievable. I'm pretty good right now. I'm feeling good, and I just want to give top from up top with Adam and Chad for what they've been doing, and the coaching staff, man. They've been working hard, and it's been paying off, man. The players been dedicated and doing what we got to do. Lovely, man.
Indeed, indeed. So
Mm.
take us back a little bit when it was like 1 minute and 2 seconds left. I think it was like 1 minute. It was either 1 minute or two or 1 minute, 20 seconds left. And you saw Sioux Falls score to tie the game up. What was going through your mind at that moment?
I mean. I really thought like not again, but what we've been going through and the momentum that we got right now, I just knew all the hard work was paying off, and that's what it did. You know what I mean? Our offense, you know what I mean, has been showing up all year. You know what I mean? And on our final drive, you know what I'm saying, our running back showed, you know what I mean, like he stepped it up. You know what I mean, when it needed to be. You know what I
Indeed.
mean?
Somebody else that
Yeah.
stepped up for you was rookie kicker, top keeper, making
Oh
that
yeah.
when it came down to seconds left on the clock, you guys trusted in your kicker to do what he does
Yeah.
best, and kick it through the
Yeah.
uprights. What was your thoughts
Mhm.
at that moment when y'all went up by three?
Hey, this is what it is. Like now the defense got to stop. Now they still had some time left. Like it just was like it was. I was happy for real. You know what I mean? Like yes, we finally doing what we got to do. And you know what I mean? I think that was his fifth field goal, if I'm mistaken. Yeah, like three or four or five field goals.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean, I was happy for him for doing what he had to do, and yeah, and that was Chad's first win against Sioux Falls. So you know what I mean, I was glad to get that for him. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed. One more question before I let you go. Sioux
Hmm.
Falls, you were on Sioux Falls at one point in your career. Quickly tell me, what is the differences between the coaching staff between Sioux Falls Sparrows and the Indianapolis Ramblers?
Uh, like the coaches is willing to share the game plan with the team. You know what I mean? And willing to listen, and that's about it. So each week, like you know what you really going into. So that's the big difference, knowing what you going into and what your game plan is, and you know what I mean, and what the role of the offense and defense is going to be. So that's cool.
Awesome. Well, great win for you guys. I know you can breathe a sigh of relief right now because it's over with. And
Six
uh,
and three, baby. 6-3.
awesome, man. Well, I wish you guys the best of luck for the rest of your season.
Mhm.
And I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys do next week.
Yep, appreciate you. No, we got a bad week, so we
Oh,
chilling. We're gonna celebrate. We're gonna celebrate this one and relax. Yeah,
indeed.
man.
That you should do.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for your time, Ernest. I really
uh,
appreciate you, brother.
yeah.
All right. Bye.
All right.
Cam Polly, back to you. Cam and Polly, back to you. Welcome back to PGI, where I am joined with Mr. Eddie Gage. He is the co-owner as well as head coach, as well as Hall of Fame strong safety for the Arizona Scorpions. Just came off a big win from the Carolina Skyhawks that did not make it easy for this ball club. So, Eddie, how are you doing?
Uh, I feel like I just took some aspirin. For real. That was a tough one.
Indeed. Now, when you were heading to the locker room, I overheard you telling the team that the defense wasn't playing as well as didn't have a high caliber performance as it would normally. What do you think the reason for that was? And how do you plan on fixing that for next week's game against the Baltimore Vultures?
Um, Well, first of all, Carolina, they over there putting in work too. So it's not just me against myself. They got good coaches over there. So shout out to Shannon, Harish, and that coaching staff over there for doing their due diligence as well. So they get paid too. So got to get them that credit for putting together a good game plan. And like I told the guys in the locker room, one of our priorities was, limiting the production of their run game. And yet and still they came out and rushed for almost 200 yards themselves. So we got to clean that up because there's no way we're gonna win the game next week against Baltimore playing like we played today.
Okay, got it. So, is there a particular play or a few plays that you wish that you could have called back?
Um, I got a couple in my head, but I don't want to say them publicly right now because you don't want to give anything away. But I can address it off camera, but for sure.
Okay, gotcha. Last question for you. How important is this? How important was this win for the Arizona Scorpions, especially considering the standings?
It was a big win. Every win, like you said, when you replied to Carolina a moment ago on Twitter, every win is a big win right now. Vegas is not giving us any breathing room. They right on our heels, and they got the win over us already earlier, head to head. So it's important that we stay ahead of them right now. And it's no days off. Got to keep the train rolling.
Indeed. Speaking of keeping the train rolling, one more question for you. So when you are a top four seed and you get the first round off, the wild card round off,
Mhm.
and you already have that momentum of winning going into the playoffs, do you think that it's important for you to keep that momentum up and keep playing, or to have that rest?
Me personally, as a coach, I'd rather have the rest because two things. Number one, it's a guarantee you're going to advance to the second round. We've seen a lot of teams who are favored go out and lose in that first round. So number one, you're guaranteed to advance to the second round. And number two, as coaches and scouts, Will, Skinny, myself, getting that time off to recharge and just take a break from coaching, running sims, running practices, and then having, not being having to participate in that first round of games. And I can just keep my heart settled. I got my Apple Watch on. And as you know, I get that heart rate alert anywhere between 4 and 6 times a game, every game. And it seems like no matter how big the lead is, I still get alerts. So I'd rather have that time off so I can relax my thoughts, my minds, my body, and just chill.
Good stuff, Coach. Can't wait to see what you do against the Baltimore Vultures. It's going to be a um, replay of
Prime time too,
this.
Monday night.
Indeed, it's going to be a replay of the championship game. So, best of luck to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Go
Absolutely.
Scorpions.
Indeed. Cam, Polly, back to you. Welcome back to PGI. Well, unfortunately, I would be joined with Mr. Scar Patterson, but unfortunately, he could not make the video feed at this moment. But he did send a written statement over. In regards to the San Diego Baltimore game, it was a valiant effort from the San Diego Mavericks trying to come back into the game with about 2 minutes left in it. Unfortunately, Scar threw a interception, which kind of stifled their chances in coming back to it. So he wanted me to read off this message, his statement, which was when I asked him, what was his thoughts on the game, he said, "There's not much to discuss when one gets blown out. It was a very tough encounter for our team. At this time, it seems I'm not playing consistently, and it hurts our franchise." Anytime a quarterback feels that way, you as a quarterback, you get all the praise, or you can also get all the blame. And I have been in that situation personally as a quarterback, and I offered some words of advice and wisdom to Scar, which I'll kind of keep that to between us. But I have a feeling with the pep talk that I gave them, well, that I gave him, they'll be playing a little bit better next week. So, Cam, Polly, back to you. Welcome back to PGI, where I am joined with a good friend of mine, Miss Skippy Curtis. She is cornerback and GM for Carolina Skyhawks, who unfortunately were handed a loss today from the Arizona Scorpions. We consider the Carolina Skyhawks like one of our sister slash brother teams. So, it was kind of a bittersweet thing for the Arizona Scorpions, to say the least. But how are you doing, love?
It was bittersweet for us too.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a tough loss. We did not we were definitely prepared, but not as prepared as we could have been, you know. We
Well, mhm.
I'm at a loss for words. I'm hurting.
Yeah.
This one was tough.
What do you think what do you think from your perspective? What do you think went wrong? Because for a minute, like you had the Arizona Scorpions on the ropes. I mean, the scoring, Ike McBride finding those holes, finding those lanes, looking unstoppable out there. What do you think happened?
So I don't think that we did anything wrong, right? I think there was a lot of like when we would push, y'all would push back. However, I think we got screwed when Matt got injured. We had all of the members of our team going today. We got Ike involved. We had Matt got hurt, but we also had like our whole defense. The entire defense was involved. I heard everybody's name called today. That was great. I heard most, if not all, of our offense called today. We were getting everybody involved. Everybody had their part to play. And it's not that I think that we did anything wrong. I just think that we couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, anytime your quarterback goes down, that is a tumultuous time for your team and for the coaching staff. So
Mhm.
it's a good thing that you guys have a really good backup to even keep you stayed in the game the way you did. Because if it was our backup, oh yeah, mm-mm.
Oh, we had full blown pizza time today. It was great.
Awesome. Well, I will say that the Carolina Skyhawks are not the team that you were seasons ago, even last season. You guys have
Hmm.
improved significantly in all aspects. And I know a lot of that has to do with the coaching, of course.
Yes.
And a lot of it has to do with you being the GM and making the selections that you've made to help make the team what it is as of today. So, is there something that you can share with us? Maybe a specific thing that you've done, or either the coaches have done to make this team to the turnaround that you guys have had.
So I know that when we brought on a few of our rooks, we've been doing a whole heck of a lot behind the scenes this season. And it's been showing in our game plans, it's been showing in our locker rooms, it's been showing, you know. And sometimes we get them and sometimes we just narrowly miss it.
Indeed.
Always trying to build back better.
Indeed. And you guys have been doing a fantastic job. Shout out to Harish and Hattori Hanzo for
Mhm.
the efforts that they put in every week. And shout out to you for making sure that they have the correct pieces. Um,
And Xavier for sure.
exactly. Xavier too.
Hmm.
Um,
That's our Weapon X right there.
it's right. Indeed. Well, it shows. It shows. And Skippy, I wish you guys the best of luck throughout the rest of the season. And I cannot wait to see what you guys do next week.
Thank you. And you too. Good luck with the rest of your season as well.
Oh, we need it. Talk to you soon, Ma.
Always.
Cam, Polly, back to you.